This video is going to change your whole perspective on New Earth, on all of that magic, that multidimensional goodness that maybe you've been really searching for out there and you're not able to find it, right? People are always reaching for and trying to experience something that is outside of them, and that puts you in a frequency of lack. But the secret is knowing that you have all of that capability, all of that energy. It's all within you. It's just locked up and it's stuck. And it is stuck generally in the lower three chakras. And here's a clue: the fact that you're looking outside for it shows you that you are in a frequency of lack. You are separated from something that you are trying to grasp, that you're trying to connect with. That is the frequency of separation. You are, in fact, in survival mode, and just being this human being really can put you in survival mode. Think about it. When you're born, you're really helpless. Little babies are helpless. They cannot do anything. They need their parents, they need others to rely on to be able to really survive, to stay around, right, in this physical body. Otherwise, if you're left as a child, your future doesn't look very bright, right? You need assistance. You need to be fed. You need to be clothed. You need to be housed. You need to be nurtured. And that very experience from birth really puts you into this shock of survival mode. So it gets you out of that limitless quantum field and into the lower frequencies, dimensional fields that are heavier, that feel like moving through sludge. They're very, very dense. And that creates this feeling of being separate from the wholeness of who you are, that multidimensional, limitless you. And the fact of just the process of being born really helps to ground you into this dimensional frequency. So we do need these feelings of separation initially to really be able to focus into this dimensional field. Otherwise, you'd be born and you'd be like, well, I don't want to be here. This kind of sucks. I want to be back in that state of unconditional love where everything was just so amazing. Why do I want to be experiencing all of these heavy situations, these triggers, all of these things that are making my life miserable, right? So the secret really is knowing that it's all locked up within you. Everything that you were before you came into this reality, before you came into this body and manifested this body, it's all locked within. It's here. It's encoded in your DNA. But the energy isn't flowing through you. Okay? It is stuck in the lower chakras. You are living from survival mode. Okay? All the chakras are based on different frequencies. And when the energy is stuck in the lower chakras, you are going to experience reality through a denser frequency, meaning a lower frequency timeline. And that really effectively is what's happening if you're feeling like you're separate. I cannot connect with my gifts. I'm not having synchronicities. I'm not experiencing multidimensional energy. I'm not able to see orbs and energy, and I'm not able to connect with my guides. Well, that's because the energy is stuck in the lower chakras. You see, once you get up into the heart space and your energy just fires up into your crown and out into this beautiful multidimensional reality, all of those things start to come online. But if you're looking externally for them, you're not addressing the root cause, and that is that stuck energy in the lower chakras. Everything you're looking for, all that multidimensional new earth goodness, is here. It's just stuck in the lower chakras. When you can get that energy freed up and get that energy moving, it comes up here and your upper chakras start to balance out and you start to reflect out a reality. You start to perceive a reality that is a higher frequency. We've talked about higher frequency timelines and timeline jumping and quantum jumping and timeline shifting and all of those amazing things. That is simply an effect of taking energy that is not moving, that is stuck in your lower chakras, and moving it up into the upper chakras. Your throat chakra lights up, your heart, right? Your throat, your third eye, your crown. And your reality begins to change. You start operating through life or living life from the frequency or perspective of your higher self. More aligned, more balanced, more anchored, more centered, not as triggered, not feeling as separate from your higher self, not feeling like you're constantly a victim or living in survival mode. Okay? When that energy is stuck, those are the emotions that manifest. So when you can learn to get your energy moving so that it can get up into the heart space, talk about the great solar flash or the grand solar flash, right? Imagine the abundance of energy when you start doing energy work that frees up and gets up into your heart. That's going to feel like your very own grand solar flash. I've experienced it. It is nothing like you can even imagine. It is beyond this reality. And once that energy gets up into the heart and the heart activates, you start to experience that unconditional love, your reality shifts because all that energy just shoots up here and spills out into this amazing toric field, this amazing reality. You start to experience new earth without even going anywhere. It just starts to manifest. You have the power within you right now to do that. You just need to know where to look, and you just honestly stop looking out there for it. Start looking inward. You've got stuck energy. And how do you know this, right? When you start to feel that victim mentality, when you start to feel triggered, when you start to feel like you're disempowered, like you have low self-esteem, low self-worth, right? You're feeling stuck in survival mode. Those are signs that your energy is stuck. You start diving into your body. You feel these dense emotions. You hold space for them. You love them. You're opening up the heart space portal and inviting stuck energy up into the heart to be loved. Once it joins the heart, it reintegrates. It's no longer fragmented. It's no longer controlling your life. You're no longer being unconsciously directed day in, day out by the wound or the trauma that says you're smaller or limited. You're a small version of who you are. You have no self-esteem. You have no self-confidence. All of those things, they reintegrate. That energy just reintegrates. You become more whole and you start to resonate more closely to the frequency of your higher self. You start to walk this planet as a higher frequency version of you, and you instantly jump to a higher frequency timeline. Okay? There's nothing really magical about that. So stop looking for the magic. Start looking inward. Start getting your energy moving. And I know you may be asking yourself, well, Marc, how do I do that? Well, I have many videos on this channel that talk about how to get stuck energy moving, how to sit in presence. This is something I dive into and we work on it in my Anew You program in detail, using breath work, using mindset shifts, all sorts of tools and modalities that allow you to get aligned, allow yourself to feel these old wounded aspects, and allow yourself to get your energy moving. Once that energy gets moving, you start to perceive a higher frequency reality. You no longer have to wait for it to happen to you. It's happening within you. You just need to allow it to come forward. That's what this is all about. You need to really make that commitment to yourself because some of this stuff is hard to navigate, right? Your ego is loud. Maybe you're overthinking. Maybe you're feeling like you're in lack. You cannot find abundance. You have nothing to feel grateful for. You're not feeling loved. All of these things are heavy emotions, and a lot of people want to run from it. That keeps them limited to living life through the lower three chakras, right? Living from that survival mode. You want to free up that energy and start living from up here. That's when everything changes. And again, you have the power within you to do that in any moment. You don't have to wait for anything to happen to you. All you need to do is really make the commitment to yourself and say, I've done everything I can. I'm sick and tired of living life this way, living the same day over and over again, and nothing seems to change. I'm ready to become empowered. I'm ready to take responsibility for my reality, for my well-being, for my relationships, for my financial security, for my health even. I'm ready to do that, and I'm ready to move forward and finally get past this block, this feeling of being stuck, and really step into the multidimensional me. And if you're ready to do that, I'm here to fully support you. go ahead and sign up for my free 5-day email journey, which will show you how to get started in removing those energy blocks. There's a link in the description.